As we're getting closer to winter, car meets might be winding down for a lot of you, and assuming some of you hate 40-degree and under weather as much as I do, non-car people don't have that same reason to hate the cold and snowy roads. Well, to help some of you out, I felt like it might be nice to start letting out some steam now, instead of things getting to the point where Christmas Day, everyone's happy in the snow, and you're just kind of standing in the yard yelling at them like, I hate you! So today, here is a part 2 of the worst non-car guys out there. Let's get into it. Like with all of these worst of videos, this is just meant to be about jokes. I don't have a serious, strong hatred for any of these people, and I don't make these thinking I'm perfect or I know everything. I'm just some dude on YouTube who likes cars, telling stories, and making a couple jokes. You know, that's all this really is. If you want to see more of these, then please let me know in the comments, and I'll keep them coming, and if there's anything else you want to see, I'm happy to hear that too. Also, check out the gaming channel, even though it kind of takes me a little while to get those videos finished, and enjoy. Starting off with number 1, it's that motorcyclist or that huge group that acts like they're one solid unit. We all know that classic biker who comes flying down the left lane at like 100 miles an hour, t-shirt halfway up their back, and their exhaust making everybody's ears rattle off as they go by. There's also the cutters and weavers. I don't normally see these people honestly, and when I do, it's almost always in traffic that's stopped or stopping, which I don't really approve of, but you know, still at least it's not like super unsafe. One time kind of recently though, I was on the highway and everyone was going like 70 to 75, even all the right laners, and I see some guys start cutting between cars, and that just sounds like really not a great idea for anybody. If you can't tell, I can respect how much people love bikes, but personally, I'm not a bike person, and part of the reason why is because when it comes down to it at 70 miles an hour, a matchup between a car won't end too well for a biker. The other side of this one is those bike groups who act like they're just one moving thing. It's not separate people. Like they kind of think they're the equivalent of a big semi-truck. It does suck when you're cruising with a group and someone gets cut off or the group gets divided for whatever reason. I do get that. But if everybody's at like a 4-way stop or lanes are merging, all 20 bikers in one lane don't get to go together. It's just not how it works. If they're all somehow wearing some long costume like those 2-person horse ones, I'll have to get back to you on that, but otherwise it's not like you're all one thing. And next up is that group of anywhere from like 4 to 10 middle-aged moms who make sure that they take up a whole ass lane so everyone can be involved in the conversation on the same walk they go on at the same time every damn day. I'm realizing now this one's sort of like the biker thing, but I'll say it again, you are not one unit. When cars are coming from either direction, that doesn't mean they should have to alternate for the next like 10 minutes because you want to finish explaining to Nancy and Sue how your son Nick didn't score the winning goal at his 3rd grade soccer game because you bought him baseball cleats instead of soccer cleats, so now his dad doesn't love you anymore.
Damn, son.
When there's traffic like that, it just means both parties should be considerate, so when the cars slow down and get a little closer to each other as they go by, maybe the group of people goes single file or a couple people step off the roads for like 30 seconds. I gotta admit for this one, I did maybe kind of get some inspiration from my drive to work over the summer, but you know, it happens to everybody. Right? You know? Third is the people who frankly couldn't really care less about your paint. Sometimes it's a random person who taps your door getting out of the car, and that sucks, but also sometimes it's friends or family. Most of the time, if it is friends or family, they don't do it because they want to mess up your paint and be a jerk, but they're just not into cars, so they don't know how pretty much anything that touches your paint can end up scratching it. When I was in high school, I think like my junior year, I had just picked up my car from an auto body shop, and the day after they finished working on it, it was really windy there, and there's a sandy area near their parking lot. So at school that day after I picked it up, I'm standing in the parking lot, and as I'm talking to someone, the poop head, I mean girl who I was friends with, starts drawing something in the dirt on the hood of my car. As I notice her doing it, my friend who I was talking to was like, that's gonna scratch the paint. And trying to be optimistic, I was thinking like, no, it'll be fine. It'll wash off and, you know, it'll be like it never happened. Well, let's just say after washing the car, I was watching Chris Fix's How to Remove Paint Scratches scratches video, and because I was too worried to go into the paint as much as I needed to, you could still sort of see a 2-foot long cock going down my hood. It wasn't easy to see, but eventually I got so fed up with it that I went at it with a couple different types of polish until it was gone, but it ended up being fine after that. I also had another friend stand on my rear bumper as he was walking by one day and I was sitting in the car, and beyond how much that kind of hurt my soul and how shocked I was honestly just kind of surprised the bumper didn't come off a little bit. That one was pretty messed up, especially considering how that car's bumper is so obviously never meant to have weight on it. But like I said, this is usually just smaller things like someone putting a bottle, sweatshirt, or can on the paint, and it's not a huge deal, but just something you'd rather avoid. Anyway, the fourth worst car person today is the person who leaves their high beams on constantly at night. With this one, it really doesn't help that newer cars have normal headlights that are like already a second sun, and it gets even worse when you've got a lower car, but it's pretty not great when almost anyone keeps their high beams on coming at you. To try to avoid this, I don't shut my high beams off immediately when I see light coming from around a curve. My high beams aren't anything special, but I usually wait until right when I can see someone's headlights to actually shut them off. When I do that, I'm mostly just hoping them seeing me shut mine off will make them remember to shut theirs off, if they were even about to forget. And for the final one on the list, it's the person who stays 15 miles an hour under the speed limit, even when the weather's perfect. So when you come up behind them, you're like,
and on the evidence of what we're about to see, he is a blithering idiot.
There's also those times that like half the traffic on the highway goes below the speed limit just because a cop pulled someone else over. Some might disagree with this, but I feel like when a sign says a speed limit, it's safe to say you can go like 5 miles an hour over that. At 10 over, I think you could get pulled over, and 15 over, I think you kind of should expect to get pulled over if a cop sees you. And if the road's windy at that point, driving could also get a little bit sus. But with some of these people, it's like they see a sign that says 45 and they read it as 30, so they don't go anywhere above that until they finally turn out of your way. And I don't mean times that they're going slow because they're gonna turn. I mean like 15 minutes later they turn. And you guys know me, I'm not a speeder. I don't encourage crazy speeding. I say if you're gonna do something stupid, do it in a smart way, which pretty much means don't drive like an asshole and don't speed around other cars. I do like the speed limit besides doing short, safe pulls on on-ramps and stuff. But when we're sitting like 15 miles an hour under the speed limit, the person I'm behind is younger than like 65 and I can see him smoking something out of the window and eating, I feel like I might as well just walk wherever I wanted to go and it would be faster. Weirdly, that's also a little detail I've noticed like twice in the past week, is that when I'm behind someone going that slow, I'd see like little puffs of smoke coming out of the driver's window. If any of you guys haven't checked out the other worst car guys videos or even the best car guys videos, make sure to check those out for more and let me know what you think is the worst non-car person or car person out there. Also, don't miss out on the gaming videos, and to everyone who's already subbed over there, I am sorry it's taken me so long to get those ones out. I've just been wicked busy with everything lately, but I am really hoping to get that out for you soon, and it is in the works. As always, thank you guys all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.